What's up, everybody? I'm Cody Whittle. I was born on September 21st, 1991. Excuse me. And I want to talk about something different. Numerology. Now, before anybody jumps in the comments and says, Cody, you really believe in a number, believe a number controls your life? No. I don't believe a number controls my life. I believe my decisions control my life, but numerology gives me something interesting to think about. Stupid cat. When I calculate my birth date, my life path number comes out to be 5. And life path 5 is commonly, can't even talk this morning, connected with freedom, independence, change, adventure, communication, and a desire not to feel trapped. And honestly, that gives me something to think about. Yeah. Because one of the biggest things I want in my life is freedom. Don't we all? Freedom is over my time. Freedom over my decisions. Freedom to build something of my own. Freedom to wake up, and now that I'm working towards something bigger. And that's what today's video is about. How do you start building a life that eventually gives you more freedom than your traditional 9 to 5? That sucks. Your job identity. Well, your job is not your identity. Okay, well, let's start here. Having a 9 to 5 isn't automatically a bad thing. A job can provide stability. It can pay your bills. It can provide insurance. It can help you support, you and your family. So I'm not here to tell everybody, quit your job tomorrow. That's not reasonable. What I'm saying is this. Don't confuse having a job with having a plan. If your dream is to eventually work for yourself, build a business, become a creator, or create another source of income, then start building that while you're still employed. That cat. Use the paycheck, use the stability, use the resources, but start building something that belongs to you, okay? Like what my life path 5 represents. My life path is number 5. Again, numerology isn't science, and I'm not saying that number predicts my future, but the symbolism is interesting. 5 is often associated with people who crave variety, freedom, movement, exploration, and independence. And I think there's a powerful lesson there. Maybe you don't actually hate working. Maybe you hate feeling trapped. Maybe you don't hate responsibility. Maybe you hate feeling like your entire life is controlled by somebody else's schedule. Okay, I can't even think right now. Maybe you don't hate making money. Maybe you want to create money through something that you're passionate about. And that's where I think the conversation gets interesting. Don't escape the 9 to 5 without a plan. Here's something I want you to remember. Don't run away from your job. Build your way out. There's a difference. If you're making $20 an hour and you quit tomorrow with no savings, no business, no customers, and no plan, that's not freedom. That's financial pressure. Yeah. Real freedom requires preparation. Start small. Maybe you work your normal job during the day, then spend an hour building your business at night. Maybe you make videos. Maybe you learn landscaping. Maybe you learn sales. Maybe you learn personal training. Maybe you learn graphic design. Maybe you start freelancing. And maybe you sell a product. Maybe you build a service. There are so many possibilities. Leviticus. The important thing is start. Leviticus. Build a skill people will pay you for. If you want to escape depending completely on a paycheck, develop skills. Don't just chase motivation. Build ability. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to sell. Learn how to market. Learn how to create content. Again, learn how to solve problems. Learn how to manage money. That's a big one. Learn how to serve customers. Learn how to build relationships. Because when you can solve problems for people, you have something valuable, and valuable skills creates opportunities. Okay, build your first side income. Don't worry about making $10,000 immediately. Start with $10, then $50, then $100, then $500, then $1,000. The first goal isn't necessarily replacing your entire paycheck. The first goal is to proving to yourself, I can create income outside of my job. That changes your mindset because now you aren't completely dependent on one source, a cat. You have another possibility, and then you build. It's like use your 9 to 5 as a launch pad. You know, here's how I look at it. Your job can be the launch pad, not the prison. Take that paycheck and use it intelligently. Pay your bills. Build savings. Reduce unnecessary expenses. Invest in your education. Invest in your equipment. Invest in your business. Invest in your content. You know, like I've been saying, invest in yourself, and while you're doing that, build something on the side. Eventually, if your side income becomes stable enough, you can make bigger decisions, but don't rush it. Freedom without preparation can become another form of stress. I'm about to strangle that cat over there. Okay, stop waiting for the perfect time, man. Guys, there's never going to be a perfect time. You're going to be tired. You're going to have bills. You're going to have responsibilities. You are going to have people telling you that your idea won't work. Trust me, there's a lot of people like that out there. You're going to have days where nobody watches your videos. You're going to have days where nobody buys anything. Hey, it's life. You're going to have failures. That's the part of it. You don't need perfection. That's the people that, no. You need consistency. One video, one customer, one workout, one sale, one new skill, one new connection, one step, then another. You just grow. Okay. Now, what freedom really means is freedom isn't sitting on the couch doing nothing. That's not the kind of freedom I'm talking about here. I'm talking about having more control over your time, being able to pursue your goals, being able to create, being able to spend time with the people you love, okay? Being able to build something you are proud of, and waking up knowing I'm working toward my own future. That's the goal, guys. My message to everybody watching, okay? If you're watching this and you hate your job, I want you to hear me. Don't let that anger control your decisions. Use it as fuel. Don't walk into work tomorrow thinking, I hate my life. Walk in thinking, this paycheck is helping me build my next chapter. Learn, save, okay? Build, create, network, improve, and when the time is right, you'll have options. That's what we're after, options, okay? Okay, so that's my numerology story. Cody Whittle, born September 21st, 1991, life path 5, freedom, change, independence, adventure. But here's the biggest lesson I've taken from it. My number doesn't determine my destiny. My choices do. Your birth date doesn't build your business. You do. Your name doesn't create your future. You do. Your circumstances don't get the final word. Your actions do. So if you're working a 9 to 5 right now, don't be ashamed of it. Use it. Let it fund your next chapter, guys. Start building something. Start learning something. Start creating. Start saving. Start moving. Because the goal isn't to wake up one morning and magically escape the 9 to 5. The goal is to build yourself into someone who eventually has options. And that's what I'm doing. I'm Cody. I'm building my future one step at a time. And if you're trying to build yours too, come with me. Let's build freedom together. I will teach you how to use numerology. I love y'all. Make sure you tell someone out there that you love them. I'll see y'all in the next video.